Welcome back, everyone. We're going to do a little shop update here. Some things is changing, some scenery is changing around here. I'm just going to update you what we're doing on the current jobs. I'm going to talk pretty loud because the fan is pretty loud behind me. You can see the white balance is making my beard dark right here. Check that out. Dark beard, the gray goes away. Now it's white again like it really is. Anyway. So Rusty Emerson's car behind me, this twin turbo 5th gen that we have had for many, many years, it is finally going home this week. I'm actually going to put it in the trailer today and get everything packed up. He's got a lot of stuff here that's involved with this car that we're going to have to get packed up in the trailer to go back to Virginia. But this is probably the most awesome street car that we've ever done. Just everything about this build is just highly detailed. It looks awesome, drives like a factory car. It's an incredible build. He's sunk a lot of money into this thing. We've sunk a lot of time, and we're pretty proud of it. But recently, we put the RPM roll bar, I think in my last video it was on a pallet, but it's actually in the car now. We've got the 5-point harnesses. Seats look awesome in the car. The roll bar wasn't the most fun to get in because behind all these panels, Rusty has a lot of custom sound system stuff, some subs, some custom fiberglass stuff, all kinds of things in these panels that make it impossible to get the panels in between the roll cage and here reinstalled. You kind of have to put them together at the same time. It takes about 3 or 4 people to do it, but we managed to get it in here and it looks really clean. I know it's kind of dark in here, you can't see really good, but it really turned out nice. So today we're going to take this thing out and just put some miles on it and just confirm one last time before we take it home that everything is good. And then it's going up the mountain. Making double sure that the battery is charged, which this is a brand new battery. The battery, this thing set for so long that the battery kind of died in it. We didn't even touch it for like 6 or 7 months, maybe 8 months, and the battery died in it. So we put a new battery in it and we put a shut off underneath the car, so when he is gone for a long time he can shut the battery off and it won't just sit there and kill it while he's not at home and he's out of town. Because Rusty travels a lot for his work and he's not really at home that much. So enough about that. What new have we got in the shop? Well, behind me here, we've got a 2001 Cobra. So recently, many of you know my wife sold her car, OMG Boost. She sold it to buy a pretty expensive horse and was going to try to pursue that avenue. Well, one thing's led to another, and that's kind of turned into a nightmare. So she's still kind of bummed she had to get rid of her car to do that. So he's looking around on Marketplace. The horse is kind of on its way out right now, so the money's coming back from that. He's looking around on Marketplace and I've seen this Cobra pop up locally. The price was good on it. Really clean car. It hasn't been chopped up yet. You know, obviously we've took everything out of the engine bay. It still had all the factory stuff, all the, you know, the Hydro Boost, the ABS, all this stuff that was factory in the car. It still had it in there. So we've stripped everything out. The car already had some nice wheels on it, welds in the front, RC components in the rear. Got brand new Hoosiers on it, even though we're going to take those off. It had all the factory interior in it that hadn't been touched really. It had 03 Cobra seats in it, but they're kind of worn, but it's just really clean car. So we got to work stripping everything out of it. We've already got some products for these cars, but we're about to have some more. Many of you know we're kind of the king of Fbody parts, you know, really niche kind of parts. So we're going to try to do the same for these cars. Not really get into suspension stuff, I don't think, but you know, tank specific parts, maybe door hinges, definitely roll cage stuff. Just, you know, expand our product line to the Mustang guys a little bit. And being 94 to 04, this is a pretty good year range that we can cover some products on. So we bought the car kind of for that, but kind of for my wife's next street car. We've got some plans for that, and you'll see that transpire in the future, but that's kind of where that's going. This is about 250 pounds of crap that we took out of that car that we won't be using anymore. So the plan is to kind of get that Mustang down to 3,000 pounds, somewhere maybe under, and not get too crazy with the mods on, you know, making it a race car, but make it a car that can be driven anywhere and still something she can go to the track and have fun with. Still haven't uncovered the car, the Datsun Duhas, since our last track visit. My hands pretty well back to normal. Still some aches and pains, but now we're kind of busy trying to power through some of these builds in the shop and just haven't got back to the track. Plus it's 100 degrees here and I'm not really motivated to get out there and sweat, but we will before the end of the year, you know, try to get the car figured out so we can actively be racing next season. We're on the underside of Patrick Mears' car from Florida. We're working on the 25.3 on this car. We're not gonna cut the floor out, but we're running the bars kind of under the floor where his OEM look on the inside won't be disturbed that much. He's got a race tech seat that's going in this thing, which is over there. Those are really nice seats, but they're really big, so we don't want to, you know, put anything on top of the floor that's going to make us have to jack the seat way up and not give him any headroom. Even though this does have our 25.5 style cage, which is chopped roof and all that, it's still going to eat up the headroom pretty quick. So these bars, the way they come off of the rear cross member and go all the way to the front, this is an update that we're looking to do to our 25.5 90% to make it a complete 25.5 variant on our website. So the 90% will eventually phase out, and what you will buy will be a complete 25.5 that includes the floor bars and everything needed to do the complete certified cage. So the way we've done it in the front, he's got lights here where you kind of can't see. There you go. These bars go up to the A-pillar, where the rocker and the A-pillar intersect, and then we literally just used one piece, kind of simulating our windshield or the eyebrow bar, to go across here, and we fit everything up with that, and then we cut it to make the removable cross member that goes across here, and that's where we're kind of at now. So a lot of things go into this chassis stuff. There's a lot of ways to skin a cat, I guess you could say, but it's just what way works best with the particular setup. And with something that we're going to offer as a production piece, we kind of got to think of what's going to kind of work for everybody the best, like as a mass option, and that's what we got to kind of go with. So that's where we're at now on this. Got Cody working on Jonathan's car over here. Yesterday we kind of basically did everything out front. We used our frame bars from our Fbody tube front. We actually shortened those We've got Mike Kostick's carbon nose here. We've already mocked this up on the car. It fits awesome. If any of you guys are going to do any kind of carbon doors or whatever, Mike Kostick is the way to go. His stuff fits just like factory nearly. I mean, it's the closest I've ever seen of anything I've dealt with. So we've already kind of mocked it up on the car. We trimmed the towers back, got them welded in, got them tied into the A-pillars. We've also got the carbon doors on. Now, we're going to talk about them for a minute. Now that we got the carbon door put on, let me show you just an easy way to mock these doors up, whether it be fiberglass, carbon, or whatever, using our factory replacement lift-off door hinges for the Fbody. So get the door mocked up. We usually just use some cardboard, a couple people to hold it maybe in place, get it spaced up evenly around where the body lines line up. Then you'll need to just put your door hinge assemblies on and bolt them up kind of snug. Adjust them where they touch the door. Make sure this is level across here and this way. Then take a Sharpie and just dot your points to drill. Top and bottom. We've got tape on the back side of this so it doesn't scratch the carbon just during mock-up process, but once you do that, you can pull the door off, drill the holes, and bolt it up, and then basically hang it back on the car. It's pretty much that simple. It takes a job that might take hours previously with the weld-on style door hinge kits that you get for your normal Pro Mod cars, just the universal with a piece of flattened tube with a pin on it. Now, I've got that on my car. Any kind of odd chassis or Pro Mod car is going to have that style, but if your car still has the factory door hinge area to it and it's an Fbody, using these will save you hours of time mounting these doors up. So just a little tip there, might save you a lot of headache in the future. But love these doors. We just gotta we got them just hung on here right now. But really nice carbon inside area. Removable panels. Can't really see in there, but we got our sandwich plates in there, but those panels make it where you can access the door latch and all that. We've not cut none of that in there yet, but really nice doors. Jonathan's car is coming along, got the carbon hatch. We've actually got a wing, a carbon wing that goes on the back. The front end has a splitter on it, it's carbon as well. We got it kind of mocked up. Yeah, that's kind of what's going on in the shop right now. We got another build that's supposed to be dropped off this week. A 240 little 4-banger. Got to do a little updated turbo setup on it. Won't be too long of a job, but he's a local guy. We always, like I said, we try to help local guys out that are just right down the street, since we're a local shop that does this stuff. So keep following. Check out rock-solid-motorsports.com. Like I said, we're going to have some new Edge products coming out, 94 to 04, in the near future. Now we've got a chassis to work with, so be looking for those, and we'll bring you some more updates soon. See you guys.